Hello everyone, KS back with a theory video. I know I don't normally do theory videos on this channel, but I had this theory in mind and wanted to make a video out of it. In this video, I will be discussing a theory on Damon, one of the main antagonists of the visual novel game Broken Colors, and his desire to find love. I've made 2 gameplays of the game, so why don't you go check those out to get an idea on what the game's about. As I said in the Broken Colors gameplay, the game is for an 18+ audience and has elements that may be unsettling to some viewers. With that out of the way, let's get into the theory. What we already know about Damon, as stated in his folder on BlasticHeart's toy house, he has always wanted to find someone he could be close to and love, but he was fearful of being rejected again. We know that he has always been rejected and stalks those he has developed an interest in. Even in the game, when we meet him for the first time, depending on your choices, he'll tell you or his best friend delivery guy he had just been rejected by someone, quite rudely as he puts it. Based on his folder, we also know he suffers from loneliness and depression and tends to avoid people, probably due to the bullying he got by his peers in high school. But even so, his desire to find that one person that would love and cherish him for the rest of his life has never gone away. Though he believed he won't find anybody, he hoped that one day he would find the right one, also stated in his folder. Sometimes I wonder where this desire for love came from. Did he develop it after he had his first crush? Did he always have this need to find someone? It's possible that this need could have been something he has always had, probably since he was little. And if so, I think it has a lot to do with his parents. Hear me out. What we know about Damon's parents is that they both had passed away. How they died, the creator has stated we'll find out in the game once it gets updated. We also know that Damon's father used to take him out hunting for small creatures like rabbits. He later uses this teaching to hunt bigger prey. My theory is that Damon's parents could have told him the story of how they met. Whether he asked or they brought it up in conversation doesn't matter. It's one of those moments where your parents tell you how they met, fell in love, and eventually had you. They could have also told him that one day he might find someone, marry them, and spend the rest of his life with them, just like they did. Maybe even start a family if he so wanted. Damon, being very young at the time, could have taken this to heart, and ever since he has always wanted this for himself. He would have dreams of finding the special someone and being happy with them. He could have wanted to recreate his parents' love story or just have his own. Damon works as a florist in a flower shop, and he loves to garden. Based on sketches we've seen of him, he mostly plants roses. They seem to be his favorite flower. Roses are a symbol of love and passion. For him, it could be the embodiment of love and being loved by someone. That's why he'd gift his crushes a rose as a symbol of his love. But as he got older, he realizes it's not that easy. Damon has been rejected by people he had feelings for and dreads being rejected. That's why he mostly stalks the people he has love for. And in the night, kills those who threaten to take his crushes away. Of course, my theory could be wrong. After all, we don't know what his relationship with his parents was like. We know based on old sketches and answers on BlasticHeart's Tumblr that the relationship between Damon and his parents was probably tight-knit, which is a good sign. I'm not saying his parents are the reason why he's the way he is. I'm saying they could have been the ones who started him on his goal, and it could have only developed into an unhealthy craving later in his life. I can't wait for this game to be updated and we get more info on his parents and what they were like. I'm also interested to see what their designs look like with color. But until then, we can only wonder. Or you can always ask the creator on her Tumblr. I'll link it in the description down below. But that concludes my theory. There's a lot more info on Damon I plan to use for other theories I may have of him. As I am writing the script, I'm not sure how long the time lapse would be, so I didn't want this to be too long. But I hope the info I provided was enough to hold my theory together. If there is anything I should have included, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I'll see you all in the next video, everyone. Bye!